meeting. Supposed to be some other people here. Okay, meeting link. Let's pop this in over here. Just make sure that everyone there. We are live. That there. What else have we got? Where else might somebody? There we go. Okay, let's go to going there. I'm just going to check my messages. Begging suddenly for a link. That's good. We like that. So now, okay, it looks like we are all stations go. Whether it's just me and Tash quietly in the background, been recorded anyway, so it's fine. Let's. Oh, Sam is here. Perfect. Good evening, everyone. We're just giving it one more minute just to check. There were 2 people on the Facebook event that said they were coming, so I've just posted a link just in case they are still coming. You never know with these things. So good evening, Sam.
Hello.
And I'm not sure if Tash is here, whether she's just recording. So we will see. And I think we're good. I think we're just going to kick off. There, I'm going to stop sharing my nice title slide. I'm very proud of that. My other phone. I have a second phone. I haven't disconnected the audio. Can you guys hear an echo, Sam?
No.
Good. As long as you can't hear it, it's fine. You have to disconnect if you have 2 connections to Zoom, you have to disconnect the audio. And it told me to do it earlier, and I thought, oh, I'll do it later. And then I haven't disconnected it. Now I don't know how to do it. Anyway, we are here.
It's on mute. It's on mute, so I can't hear the echo, so it's okay.
Cool. Righty ho. I should now appear. Hooray. Okay, now I'm going to switch myself on. I'm here twice just to make things compute. There we are. Hello. Tash, I don't know if you're with us, but welcome if you are here. Sam, welcome back. We're getting to know each other rather well. We're doing lots of these AI masterclasses and things. This little crew here. We will grow, guys. We will grow. This is really just a hi, Tash. Hi. Tonight.
Sorry, guys. I just dropped you a message, Lisa, just to let you know that I'm at a game lodge and it's 10 o'clock at night here. And so everyone's asleep. So I was like, I will be there, but I won't be talking and I probably won't have my video on, but I've just gone to the main lounge. But yeah, everyone's asleep.
I'm very impressed. Thank you. And thank you for coming from a game lodge. That's great. Enjoy, Tash. So what we're going to be doing tonight is I'm actually see if my fancy slides actually work this time. So we're going to be going through an overview. So this is the first in a series of masterclasses about AI. So tonight we're taking a big picture. We're not, I'm afraid to tell you, going to give you any specifics about AI clones, digital twins, AI agents tonight. That will be coming in the next few weeks. Tonight is really to give you a sense of what can be done and give you a big picture and show you a little bit about the very exciting course that I have created with AI, of course, on AI. And I'm actually launching myself. So this is like the pitch before anything else. I'm obviously not going to pitch you right now, but I'm just going to let you know. So what we're doing with this free series of masterclasses, I'm building towards a membership for people who want to like do Q&A and have someone hold their hand. I'm going to be creating sort of low ticket, probably between £300 and £500 for an actual course where I do a little bit of handhold and do some stuff with you. And then I'm actually going to do like a higher level program as well. So this is all being developed. Like you guys are the guinea pigs. It's all very, very exciting. And so this tonight is starting the goal and the realization of what it takes to use AI as your sidekick and think bigger than can it write me some social media posts? Can it maybe make me smart? We're going to start thinking, how do you run a business entirely with AI? So let's get on to the slides. And we go here. I will also at the end give you a sneak preview of the course as well, which is it's like so sophisticated, even I don't understand it. So here we go. Here you are, guys. AI as your business partner. And I think this is not how people normally think about it. We're using it as a tool, but we don't normally think about it as being a business partner. And what I have realized in the last 6 months, particularly, is that AI is so much more than a tool to be used on your screen. If you choose to automate your business fully, because that's what everyone was interested in was automation when I ran first class. If you choose to fully automate, you can do almost everything, cutting probably half your time with having AI do preparation, posting, websites, write a book. It can do everything. We're going to go through a little bit of that tonight. So that's a preview. Let's move on. So is it going to let me move to the next slide? This is, here we go. It is very slow. I'm on a very weird computer here. Let's go back. There we go. It is working. Doesn't work if I tap that one. I told you I'm not techie. This is why this is the most hysterical thing ever. It's why it's going to be my thing. The idiot non-tech person teaching AI. The old model is broken. We know that, guys. Doing everything yourself is going to become completely and utterly old school, gone, dead within 2 years. It's going so much faster than anyone realizes. In fact, since I did the last masterclass, we are now, I think people are saying 2026, by the end of 26, AI is going to be just taking so many jobs. You're going to hear two schools. You're going to hear, oh, it's an exaggeration. It's not that bad. But it really is. I mean, we've got robotics, we've got robotic systems, humanoids, we've got AI systems that are even, and I saw this the other day, it was in the Telegraph, I think, Times of the Telegraph, barristers. And when I was thinking, a barrister, he has to stand up in court, he's not going to get replaced. But they are talking about we've all said, oh, it's rubbish, it hallucinates AI, it doesn't do good case studies, it's not effective, it can't be trusted, but it's getting better and better. This particular article said it thought that barristers would be using far less juniors, far less legal secretaries. That's all going to be gone within 2 years. So by possibly really starting to hurt the jobs in that field by the end of 2026, we're about to go into 2026, it's about to change. So doing everything yourself, whether you're a lawyer, whether you're a business person, whether you're a course creator, whether you're running the fish and chip shop, but you use social media, you can do everything so much faster. I think this is the key. It may not necessarily do something you couldn't do yourself, but it will do it so much faster. It can write you a course in 5 minutes. I rewrote the slides for this, 4 times the last 20 minutes. So this is the future, which I think everyone knows here. Entrepreneurs are overloaded. We live in a world where emails 24/7, where we're all on WhatsApp all around the world all the time. So the objective now is to find some space for our life. Those of you who know me, I'm a life coach when I'm not doing this. So we need to chill. We need to get control. AI can help you get control. It does the heavy lifting. It allows you to focus on, in my case, working with my clients, working with my training programs, because I'm not having to spend 20 hours typing them out, because I can vibe code anything. I can just say, create me this. No, I don't like it. Do it another way. No, I don't like it. I can play. I create all my Christmas cards. It's just so much fun. It is now the era of creativity. The AIs will do the heavy lifting and all the basic, boring, yucky stuff that entrepreneurs have to do, the admin, the Excel spreadsheets. I'm just trying to think of all the nasty things, your taxes, all of this can be mostly done by the AI. The other day, I asked the AI to create a silver stacking spreadsheet. Now, all I said was I want it to have this, and these things, and I want it to look at the buy and sell prices of silver and a few other things. I really didn't even know what I wanted. I just had an idea. And that's the key here. You have an idea. And within 10 minutes, I had this sophisticated Excel spreadsheet. Now, I am rubbish at Excel. You might be surprised. I can't even work Zoom. So I cannot do Excel, but I now have a beautiful Excel spreadsheet. So it's a system problem. It's not a motivation problem. People are afraid of AI, and they're afraid of letting go. Okay, so this is what's holding some people back right now. We've had AI for a year and people are playing with it, but they're not all grasping it fully with both hands and truly utilizing it. So partially because they don't understand what is possible. So we've all heard, I didn't write these slides, as you can tell, so I'm actually just looking at this going, what does it mean? This is why you have to check your slides a bit more carefully than I did here. What it's talking about is not hype, not replacement, not more noise. AI is not hype. It isn't going to replace us, but we will be replaced by people using AI. The barrister who is more profitable because he has 3 AI assistants doing research and 1 what they call junior counsel working with him. So just think of the cost involved. You've got 4 people maybe doing research. Now he's only got 1 plus the AIs, the AI agents, maybe looking at case law in his area on a daily basis. I get a report on crypto and silver and gold every single day. I just say, every day I want an update. And I just check in. It's all done for me. I don't need to ask it to do it every day. I just go check it every day. So this is the thing. You can create something once and it will be duplicated over and over through the system you create. Got the point there. It's an amplifier. If you already know something with AI, you can ask it to give you a little bit of a deeper dive into it. So, for example, I'm going to give you a live example. The other day, I don't know anything about stocks. I don't do stocks. I have invested in the past in crypto, and I have a little bit of silver, but I don't do anything with silver mining. But I watched the YouTube thing on silver. And I thought, well, maybe I should have some mining stocks. I didn't know what mining stock to buy, didn't have a clue. But guess who knew? So I went to ChatGPT. So I'm only primarily using ChatGPT for almost anything, Grok for a little bit of the art, and HeyGen for video, but primarily everything's ChatGPT. I asked it, could it explain what are the best miners? What mining companies would be best? And it went into great detail about how some miners are more vulnerable in fast-moving conditions than others. I can't tell you what it told me directly because I can't remember now. But it showed me a couple of stocks, mining stocks, and I actually bought a little, just for fun. I bought a little bit of those, and one went up 33% the next day. Now, that's probably not going to happen every time, but it's an example. Now, I have no idea whether this is actually a great stock, but if I were to then go back every day or maybe ask it more questions, and I've now got something to grab hold of it. I think it's something to do with leverage silver. Like some of the silver mines pre-sell their silver, some don't pre-sell their silver. I mean, I had no clue about silver, but this leveraging, this way that they have pre-sold contracts makes them more or less profitable on whether or not they are forced to put their prices up or not. And blah, blah, blah. This is what I learned from ChatGPT. So I had an idea, I want to invest in silver. It became the Clarity Amplifier, it started giving me information. It's now giving me support on investing in silver. So I don't know if any of you have worked with Tony Robbins, but Tony Robbins does something called he has a business program. What is it called actually? Got Date with Destiny, and he's got a business one. I forget what I've done it, but I can't remember what it's called now. But anyway, his whole message in his course is that you don't want to be a business operator. You want to be a business director. And he's really talking about leveraging your knowledge and leveraging your people that work for you, because he was talking about this before AI. I did this course with him 3 or 4 years ago. But if you think about it, AI now is freeing you up. So you're no longer stuck in operational role. You start to be, it's using the word the orchestrator, but I think it's like you're the director, or you become a real CEO. Many of us are 1-person or 2-person bands, so we don't really think of ourselves as CEO. But we're too busy, maybe running a fish and chip shop, for example. You're too busy. You got to buy the stock. You got to do the taxes. You got to do the admin. You got to rehire and fire staff. You've got to check the potatoes are good. You're too busy with getting your hands dirty. So imagine if even like this is the craziest business idea, right? This is why it works for any business, anyone, anywhere. Fish and chip shop. And you start to have AI do all your accounts. And then you have it do your, maybe it does your marketing, does your social media. You talk about why you're the best fish and chips in town. And you can do all of that in 5 to 10 minutes as opposed to 5 hours a week. Suddenly you're free. And then maybe you think, oh, I can do, maybe I should start a second fish and chip shop now because I'm so much freer. So that's a kind of crazy example, but who would have thought a fish and chip shop would benefit from using AI? But here's a classic example. It can. So we like to think of the business operating system for AI. And the next few slides are going to be talking about what we can do in an operating system. So your business runs on different departments, right? If you do have multiple people working for you, you are lucky enough to have, and I do everything, but some of you might not do everything. You'll have a marketing department, sales, operations, delivery, and a scaling of like a part that's looking to grow the company. So you can actually have AI do most, if not all, of all these departments. It is actually, and this is really want you to think about this, you can run a large company with AI as your only workforce. That is happening. That is coming. That is absolutely happening shortly and probably already exists. But I did watch a guy. He was over my head about 6 months ago, and it was before I knew what I know now. And he was talking about how he didn't need any staff anymore. And I know I have heard that, it could be even public companies could have just skeleton staff, as it were, the CEO and a couple of directors, and everything else to be done by AI agents. It is a time that is coming. Those of us who are aware can utilize this. We can make money out of it. Hey, presto, I'm recognizing that I'm just a little bit ahead of people. A lot of people I know are petrified of AI, and something is demonic and won't touch it. I have some really crazy friends. And I am not afraid of it. So I am monetizing the fact that I'm not afraid, that I am willing to spend 2 or 3 hours a day playing with it. Because every time I play with it and use it, I'm learning more and more and more. So solo founders do every role. So guess what? We're talking about companies that have multiple departments and much staff cutting their staffing needs. But what if there's just you? What if you're a coach, your course creator, or your consultant? Then usually it's just you. You do everything. I have been in that role for the last 7 years, all my life actually, but since I started coaching in addition to horse training in the last 7 years, this is extraordinary. When I want to use it, because I don't do, sometimes I like to do the old-fashioned way, but when I want to use it, I can do half a day's work in 20 minutes, and that's no exaggeration. I can do all my social media, I can do all my posts, I can do all my funnels. I could create a website in 20 minutes as well. I haven't done that yet, actually. I haven't created a website yet, but that's something I'm going to do a class on, because I actually need to do this with people live. I think, it's one thing today is just giving you an oversight, but I actually want to go live and create these things in real time and show how easy it is, because I can obviously do it with everyone one by one, but if I do it in a group and I go live, then I think we're all going to learn faster. So AI supports each role. Why do people fail with their AI? I've got a few friends who say it's rubbish. It gives me rubbish results. It made up all this stuff. It lied. A couple of my legal friends, it lied. It made up cases. Yes, it does that. It has a 25% hallucination rate. But if you use it and you ask good questions and you check your work, it's very, very simple. You take what you write in ChatGPT and you pop it in Grok and you say, test this, is this real? Because they don't all do the same hallucination. Grok will tell you, no, it's wrong. You can then say, Grok says it's wrong. What the hell are you doing? This is so simple. So you can learn to rely on it more and more and more by just using one AI to check the work of another. So it's rather like you might have an intern who doesn't know what they're doing, and you have a junior who's been with you for a year. You have the junior check the intern's work. And you have a team. Your AI becomes part of your team. People don't know how to prompt it. And I've discussed this before on lots of times. I said the biggest problem is people go, I don't know how to make it do what I want. And the answer is, and this is worth thousands of pounds, the answer is ask it what it needs you to tell it. I can't understand why not everyone's doing that. That is the key. Okay, so if you are going to create an AI business system, and what AI is really good at is, we talked about the sort of marketing, we talked about the different departments earlier on. Well, here's really the AI version of that. So this is what it's really, really good at. So it helps you create your offer. It'll do your market research. It'll help you find your intellectual property. It's helped me create multiple courses. It actually helps me with my life coaching. I am able to personalize and customize and constantly update the data on my clients because of AI. It even blows me away. And if I think, oh, this person has a problem, how can I give them an exercise, or how can I come up with a better technique? I feel that I can't think of anything. I tell it the problem and it gives me multiple techniques. I then choose the one I want. I have access to the whole world's expertise on neuroscience at my fingertips. And that makes me a much better coach. Yes, it does also make me vulnerable. In theory, my clients could just go to an AI, but we do need the human touch. I don't think we're going to lose the humanity. And you still need the human touch to sort of take the information and make it palatable and soften it and humanize it. So, but this is an example. If I'm only me and I only know what I know, but my brain is maybe 10 times bigger than it is because I have AI behind my coaching. So whenever I'm thinking this, what can I do to help this person? So I create GPTs. So as I'm building my life coaching courses, I am constantly thinking what would be useful to my clients. And I created GPT, which is like a little private AI, which helps them find answers to the questions. I have something called the Shadow Architect, which helps people find core wounds. And that's just a lovely little app. I have something called the Conscious Creator. I have a fun one which matches you for your partner with your numerological. Everyone has a numerological birth date, and it matches you and tells you whether you're compatible. I've created fun apps. I've got more serious apps. I've got a sales training app. It actually took me about 5 hours to create because it kept kind of, I had to keep asking more and more questions. It took a long time to create, but it actually tells you what to say on the sales call. Who wouldn't want that if you're starting out in sales and you're a bit awkward? Or supposing you took, this is the key part here, supposing you take that AI expertise on, say, sales calls, and I sell that. Or I create my own sales force, give them all my software, and have them be more effective as a sales team. And I charge people money for using my sales team. Now, we have a short window here because in theory, everyone's going to be doing that. But in reality, not everyone is going to do the right thing. Not everyone got online to sell their courses. People did, and there's a lot of people online now, but there's still more demand than there actually is available courses with various niches. People are going to get into AI. We're going to have to ride the wave. But if we know more, we're always going to be more effective in our business, more effective in our systems that we've created, because we need to keep updating our knowledge, because AI is going to get better and better. And then you can be the first one to have a robot. So obviously content and visibility engine, that's something it does brilliantly. It will do your social media. It will do anything it will do all your ads, okay? Facebook ads, Instagram ads. You can have it write the ads, you can have it write the copy, and then you can take that copy and you can create an AI clone or a digital twin, and you can have it even go to HeyGen and it will do the whole ad with a clone of you or a picture of somebody else. If you don't like yours look, you can have this beautiful model talk about your sales offer. Anything is possible, and it's so quick. All because you don't have to write out your own speech. You have the speech, you give it to the AI, it creates it. Sales and conversion, we've talked. You can have sales apps. You can have a virtual sales assistant. We can have bots that will make the phone calls for you. Now that requires specialized software, but that's all coming through now. You know, there's 1,000 different, probably more than 1,000 AIs. So if you want one that specifically is going to make the phone calls for you, you need to get special software. But you can use ChatGPT to create an assistant that I did that will actually tell me what to say, and it literally will listen in, or I can type in. It actually it hears what the person's saying, and then it tells me what to say. I mean, even I'm blown away by it. Automation operations, we talked about your accounting, your delivery. If you're somebody who is a fish and chip shop and you need to order potatoes, you can have it monitor. Someone just enters some data and then it tells you, oh no, you know, you need more potatoes now, whatever. There are systems you can create. Client delivery, scale and expansion. What I think is the most powerful thing is if you're doing less of these other sort of nitty-gritty things you have to do to run your business, you're more free to think about what you truly, truly want in life and in business. So you're more able to be able to expand. So I started off with one AI masterclass. Now I have refined it, and there will be hundreds of future iterations. And I've got a course right now, which probably won't be the final course, because I keep going, what's this? Oh, we need that. We need this. We need that. And it's really easy to constantly update your ideas for one course that I have on AI. So you can imagine in your business, it enables you so much faster to do more. Here we go. System one. What this replaces, oh, this is interesting. I didn't write these slides, as I told you. So this is this is fascinating. I'm like, what's it telling me to do here? What this replaces: overthinking, decision fatigue, shiny object syndrome. We are human, and what is it? The is divine. What's that saying? Oh, I don't know. That's famous statement. To forgive is divine or something. We tend to make mistakes. AI also makes mistakes, but it makes less than us. It doesn't get tired. It doesn't say, I need a break, I need a cup of tea, or it's Christmas Day and I can't work for you right now. So it actually stops you in that overthinking loop that you might fall into. It will support your priorities because you know you've got systems that you've put in place. Your funnels with your ads, you have maybe one assistant that you do have one employee, but you can just say, here's this, go off and make it work. And you can feel that you've been able to lead and direct him effectively because you aren't having to do all the heavy lifting you normally have to do in your business. It enables you to focus on what you need in your business and your strategy. You become clear and grounded. Now, most people sit on intellectual property. Interesting. It's true. You know, we all have brilliant ideas. How many of us have had an idea that we thought we really ought to make real? but we didn't know where to start. If we did, we thought, I wonder if there are any competitors, how much should I sell it for? And you know what? Life gets in the way. I actually have a product like that. It was a horse bedding product. And I had lots of ideas. This is many years ago before AI. In fact, I should probably revisit that now because now I'd put it in and say, who's doing this? What's similar? What's possible? What are the pliable the scientific, it was rubber. So it's like, what are the properties of this rubber bedding? Blah, blah, blah. So we can instantly access our ideas. There's books that we wanted to write that we never could because the idea of writing a book just seemed overwhelming. Do you realize you can go to ChatGPT and say, how do I write a book? And it will tell you. I wrote a book the other day called The Algorithm. I just wanted to see what it was like to write a book. And it's a fiction. It's ironically about people reacting to the algorithm and fighting back. I mean, it's an obvious story, right? I didn't write one word. I just overviewed and told it the subplot and would it add this character and would it maybe do that to this character. I just gave it some guidance and it wrote the darn book. I think it took me 2 hours. It's only a short novel. It took me 2 hours to write a book. Now, obviously, I'm not going to sell it. I just did it as an exercise, like I say, every day. And I strongly advise you guys to do the same. If you want to be good with AI, every day create something. Just go and see what you can do with it. I'm going to write a book. I'm going to make some art. I'm going to write a notebook. I'm going to create a vision board. You just think, what would I like in life? Let's see. And then if you go to it, so how do I do that? I don't know. How do I create a vision board? How can you help me create a vision board? And it will start to tell you. So this is in business, we have an offer, right? We have a solution to someone's problem. That's what business is. We're all in here to solve other people's problems. And it can feel very complicated. It can feel overwhelming. There's too many competition. Like as a coach, my God, like who'd want to be a life coach? Like everyone, their mother is now a life coach, and only 5% of the coaches make any money and actually succeed. And I can honestly tell you, if it weren't for AI, I might have felt completely overwhelmed and uncertain how I could distinguish myself. But because of AI, I was able to literally input all my skills. I did this. I did this huge knowledge base on myself into AI and said, where can I help people the most with my skills? Like I need to niche down. I can't just be a life coach. It helped me niche down. It helped me. I had the idea. With my idea, I have a program called Unstoppable You. I actually came up with that. But then it helped me work around it and help me come up with the content. And then I was able to research all the best life coaches in the world and bring their content to me. And honestly, that gave me the confidence to know I could take what I know, what's in my head and my own life experience, but also back that up with the best neuroscience on the planet. And that helped me become bigger than I am. And that's just me as a life coach. So just think what it could do for you if you, whatever business or coaching or consulting you do online, it can support you. It can be the wind beneath your wings. So I know I'm so passionate about AI. That's what I'm doing this because I'm not even really doing the AI thing for the money. It'll be great if it makes me some money, but I just really want to be at the leading edge, the bleeding edge, in fact, of this technology because I'm fascinated by how much it's helped me already. So you use the AI to create your programs and your frameworks. Like I said, it can create the slides. As you can see, it can create the slides. It can rewrite the slides and change the tonation and give you, I'm not using notes on this, but it can give you speaker notes at the bottom of the page. It can do it in 2 minutes. I mean, it can do about 70 slides, it takes about 3 minutes. Absolutely incredible. Now, these are just obviously just overview slides. You can start to ask it to annotate and put diagrams in. It will take you a little longer. But if it were to take you a day to create a whole slide deck for a serious presentation, if it would take you a day with AI, it's probably going to take you 4 days on your own. So you're probably 25% of the time. Okay, content and visibility engine. We talked about this being another one of the systems. People get exhausted on social media. you've got to be really good to come up with ideas every single day. And it can feel very lonely. And it can feel like you've got to come up with a new picture or a new video or a new angle every single day. And in fact, probably 3 times a day if you're really going for it. Gary Vee likes to do content 3 to 5 times a day. I don't, and he has a huge team, but he doesn't talk about AI yet. So that's because he's so successful. Gary Vee is this huge social media guy and he teaches social media. But he's so successful as yet, he hasn't really, I expect he's using it, but he hasn't lent into it. But there's another guy, or what was he called? There's another guy that did do social media. I've forgotten his name. There's an LA guy. He is leaning into it. If you notice, all of the top coaches are leaning into AI now and starting to teach you about it. But I'm going to give you a serious warning. You see, they're going to teach you and charge you £2,000, I think is kind of what I've seen for a very basic course that the AI could teach you yourself. Now, like I've said, sometimes it's nicer to have a real person to talk to, but there's so much manipulation of people's minds out there with AI. You can do most of it very reasonably or free, and you don't need a £2,000 course. Now, if you want someone to help create it with you and you want your handheld for hours and hours of time, yes. But a lot of these courses, they're just milking people for money. So I just want to warn you, even though I am in that business, but I have a real ethical thing, and I will never sell something that I don't think is valuable or that I think can do the job and can really make a difference. So the new content model, those of you who are in social media will know that you can repurpose content. That's something that people have been doing for years. Everyone repurposes their content. In fact, the secret of social media is that most people have such short memories they won't remember. You could probably post the same stuff every 6 months on a cycle, and no one will notice. Because as people who are looking at you now won't be looking at you in 6 months. They'll have moved on. Or they'll love you so much they'll just love to see it again. Because after all, you're trying to create an ideal client base. So I have a background in social media. So you can take one idea and you can create many, 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 many ideas off it. Because you give it to the AI and say, right, I'm doing an AI masterclass. I want to help people automate. Tell me what you think I should do. And it goes, brr, brr. And you go, okay, that's quite good, but I really want to specialize in this area here. Brr, brr. Then you say, okay, how do I make this into an offer? It'll do that. Then you say, well, how do I post about that daily? Give me 30 days supply of material. Great. Now give me a script for my AI clone to write a masterclass that I can sell in a webinar. Great. Done. And that'll be 10, 20 minutes. How can anybody compete with that? And the problem is right now, a lot of people are still doing the old way. But as more and more people become aware, like you are, then the old way isn't going to work anymore. It's going to be way too slow. So you're going to see this year. Last year, AI was like, no, at the beginning of 2025. It's going to take off. It's going to go vertical, as they say. Okay. You can be incredibly consistent. You can set your branding. Canva is something that ChatGPT talks to, and you can set all your branding. You can have your colors. You can have everything worked out. So instead of fiddling around, you do it once, you tell the AI will communicate with Canva and do all your brand kit for you. It's done once, it's repeated. You don't get exhausted, but that's a tool. You can actually have everything can be done in ChatGPT, but it's not so good with sort of the artistic things. So sometimes good if you use Canva with it. Okay, sales and conversion. We all know we all hate to sell. The biggest problem with selling is it ignites in all of us. Am I good enough? Am I worthy? Will they like it? Will they pay for it? Can they afford it? Do they want it? These are questions you won't really need to ask anymore. Oh, hang on just a second. Brandon, where's the dog? Right, just hold that thought 1 second. The dog is, I think, outside. Just 1 second. Oh, he's outside. Okay. Never work with animals or children. I should say, good boy. Good boy. Good boy, Michelle. I'm back. Yes, my dog was in the garden complaining bitterly because he was outside. Good boy. Okay, what was I saying? Yes. So part of selling is because we feel uncertain. You don't have to be uncertain anymore because you can do all the research. You can do the research, find out exactly what your customers want. You can talk to your customers. You can go back to the AI and say, this is what they think, this is what they feel. You can use it to help build your belief in your offer in a way that has never been done before. I know because I've done it. I'm doing it on a daily basis. I also do horse training. Think, how the hell could AI help me with that? One of my clients had a terrible fall and I felt really bad. It wasn't my fault, but it felt like it was my fault because it happened on my watch, as it were. So I thought, what? I need to rebuild this little boy's confidence, and I've been teaching for 45 years. I know how to do this. But I thought, I wonder what John Whitaker would have said. Now, John Whitaker is an Olympic medalist, okay? So he gave me some ideas on AI. His opinion must have been published somewhere. Don't forget, AI just scrapes all the databases in the world. He must have written a book or done some speeches or been on a podcast because it gave me about 6 exercises to help this little boy regain his confidence over and above things I would have thought of myself. So again, your AI expands your knowledge base. Instead of you just knowing, I'm good. I've been teaching and training for 45 plus years. But, I get stale. It gives you the fresh approach. It gives you access to other people's brains so you can do a better job. And if you know you're doing a better job, you can be more confident and makes you more successful. Clean sales, that's interesting. Yeah, we've talked about if you know who you're selling, why you're selling, what they want, and it even will help you say what you need to say on a sales call. You can't really ask for better than that. So it helps you understand sales better. It helps you understand and actually enables you to be in more of a leadership role because you're stepping back, not getting your hands so dirty, as it were. Obviously, automation operations, admin, energy leaks, follow-up, loose ends. Apollo.ai and other software will follow up with you. You can sequence 20 emails and it will hunt down your leads on LinkedIn. And that's just the AI I've used for that. It's Apollo.ai. But there are others. So now my Labrador is now running around the kitchen doing something. I shall let him do that because that will keep him quiet. Start with structure, onboarding, reminders, processes. So I onboard my life coaching clients, and it's nice to have a little intro. Now I could sit there typing it out. Instead, I say, well, I would like to welcome my clients and say this, that, and the other. I literally talk it to the AI, and then it types it up for me. That's such a time-consuming thing if you're not a fast typist, and I don't type. As you can tell, I'm not techie. I barely type. So again, I think this is why I'm so passionate, because most people don't have these kind of problems that they can't type or work Zoom. But for me, it's life-changing. Client delivery and support. Again, for coaches, incredible. Supposing you are a fitness trainer and you've trained really well and you've done brilliantly, but you get stale. You need fresh material, you need fresh ideas. You can go to the AI and say, look, I've got this client, she's got osteoarthritis and she's 65 and she's got brittle bones, and that's not my normal client. But how do I help her get stronger? So say you have an unusual client challenge, and it will do some research for you, and you can take the research and you can find your answers. So you can be everything you need to be for your clients using the backup systems of AI. Homework, reflection. You can use it you can even use it to guide yourself. Say you're a CEO, and you could say to it, I want to be the best chairman of my company, but I'm feeling really down today. How do I perk up my my leadership team, and you can use it for that. You know, it's it's limitless. How you choose to use it is completely up to you. But today, I just want to get you thinking outside the box of what you normally think of with AI. So you are always the leader. You become more the leader because you're not having to get weighed down in the mess that is life. So scale and expansion. Normally, you have to put a lot more effort in. You have to do lots of extra things. You have to hire people. You have to hire agencies to do research to find out what you need to do. Here, you can do the research. You can go run programs to find out who's doing what, where, when. You can, I hate to say this, but you can copy your competitors really effectively. You can, sorry, that's the dog in the background. You can copy, you can refine. I mean, there is no such thing as an original idea. My phone, excuse me, that's going to be background noise. No, no, not that. Not that. Okay? Not that. There's one back there, I'm going to give him a bone. Yes. Right. Ah, animals of children. Right. Okay. So where was I? Yes. So you can focus on what really matters and grow your business far more effectively because you're free. You can ask AI scaling questions. It can do the research as to who needs you, why they need you, where they need you. I mean, for example, a social media coach is often asked, which platform should I focus on? Now you can, and it will depend on your offer, on what you do. Are you a fitness coach? Are you a dog training coach? Are you a life coach? Um, are you the fish and chip man down the road? Where is your audience? This is actually a really huge question. And AI makes this so easy. You simply ask it to do the research, you ask it to put it together, you ask it to think. It's very, very, very good at analyzing patterns. That's why it's different to Google. Google will give you information, but the AI will analyze it for you, and that's where it becomes your team. So the AI is, in fact, a new way of building. It's a new way of seeing yourself moving forwards. It is the beginning of a completely new era. We have to utilize it. This isn't it's a nice thing. And now I'm going to be a bit scary. If you don't use AI, someone else is going to do it faster, cheaper, more efficiently. And whatever your business is, you are going to be left behind. If you choose to lead using AI, you have the best chance of becoming a leader in your field, whatever that is, from the fish and chip man to your multi-billion-pound company. So I consult for a veterinary firm. It's actually a human arthritis firm, but they're going into doing horse arthritis injections in hocks. And so their CEO is a PhD in molecular biology. She's absolutely brilliant. But she hadn't thought to do Christmas cards using AI. And when I showed her, I sent her one. And this is just an example of how brilliant people are still not using it fully, if at all, or in the way that they can. Because I sent her a Christmas card. She said, "Wow, that's so pretty. It was from my dog and my cat." I said, "How did you do that?" I said, "I did it on ChatGPT." I said, "Send me some pictures. I'll do it for you." She's very smart, so she didn't send me any pictures. She went on ChatGPT and she taught herself how to do it. And then she created a whole bunch of beautiful pictures she sent around to the world to her family. And this is what is going to happen. So right now you might think, well, other people aren't using it, so I don't need to use it because my friends are not using it yet either. They will. It's an adoption curve. At the moment, we've got the early adopters and a few people. Maybe it's just trying to spread a bit more, and everyone's using it a little bit. But it's going to get cleverer and cleverer. It's going to be needed more and more and more. And you have no choice but to learn this and utilize it now. If you do, you have the best chance going forward. If you don't, it's kind of like you didn't get qualified at school. It's like you didn't get your qualifications. You're not going to have the opportunities that those who got higher qualified have. It's just like that. So learning AI is like the new university. Like we have AI university. Maybe we should call it AI university. See, I can now go to ChatGPT and say, I like the concept of AI university. Let's build a degree on using AI. That's actually a really good idea. But that's just, see, so I have an idea. Now I take that, I stick it in ChatGPT, and I just chat to it. We work on things, and then it may make some suggestions. Maybe I like them, maybe I don't. I can play, and then I can try it on Grok, and then I can try it on Claude, and I can try different things. Right, hang on a minute. How many more we got here? So, modern leadership is vision plus your automated systems with far less human interaction than it used to have, but still with the humanity of your leadership. We aren't, I hope, going to get to the point that we just talk to an AI and know people at all. I think that will happen. I think there'll be AI girlfriends and boyfriends. There will be AI best buddies. People are lonely and going to get lonelier. But so real people will be rarer, but in a way that just makes us more valuable. So if you are able to combine your humanity with the AI, you're going to bring the best of both worlds. And I think that's where the future lies. So Dream Team Academy is my business brand, and the Dream Team Academy really started off with helping people live their dreams, but kind of gone down another path. So I have the life coaching arm, which is the Unstoppable You, is my signature course, which helps people get out of their own way to live a life they love and become truly unstoppable. And that leads to some other programs that are in life coaching. And then I have business systems, which have now at the moment focus on AI. And I have a social media course, which of course was existed before, but it's been rewritten and much improved by AI. So I do lots of things. That's what the Dream Team Academy is. And my Dream Team Academy now, it focuses on life and social and AI. So I've decided those are like my three pillars of my business. So being seen on social media, using AI, and having a life you love. And so people that want to use all three, and they're my ideal client because I can actually help in all three areas. So that is something that I couldn't possibly have thought of, sort of trying to do three things, which maybe isn't so clever, we'll see. But I think I can do it. I think I can do it because I've got this assistant. I've got AI as my business partner, and it's just ChatGPT, and I think I pay $20 a month. So final thought for today. You were never meant to build alone. And it almost like makes it sound like it's a software build, but of course we know it's not. AI, you need nothing other than your voice and a phone or computer. And we are here in life to follow our purpose, to find our joy, to find who we're supposed to be to help others shine their light. We are here to basically spread ourselves into our skills, our specialties, what we're really good at, what people love us for. We're supposed to do more of that. And AI enables you to do that. It frees you up to be who you're really meant to be. You're not buried in the minutiae of running your business or life. You can use AI to do the cooking. You can have your, like, say you're a housewife and you want to make some more time for yourself. You can use AI to work out the whole month's cooking. You can then have it write the shopping list. You can take the shopping list of Waitrose, have the food delivered, all much, much faster. Then you can go and read that book or do that course or whatever that thing, or play more tennis. You know, anyone can use it. This is a system that enables us to be free to be ourselves. We are not supposed to be alone. We're supposed to follow what we love. But most of us can't do it because we're too busy doing the stuff we have to do. And think about when it comes into robotics, then you're going to have cleaners, you're going to have systems that clean and organize, and everything will be done you're ironing, you'll have a robotic housekeeper. I mean, this is probably not in my lifetime. I don't know. Maybe I will get to see that. I mean, they exist now, but this is the future. This is the future. So we will see how life evolves, and we will hopefully enjoy a very, very exciting future with AI. I am going to be creating a different masterclass every week, every Monday, 8 o'clock for the rest of the month. So that's 4 masterclasses. They're going to be free, and they're going to go a little bit into specialty, and we're going to do a little GPT creation, an AI clone creation, a website creation. I'm actually going to do that live. So they're going to be really hands-on classes. And then if that gets you excited and you want to do even more, then you can talk to me about the actual course. I'm just going to show you, if I can, should just show you this quickly. I'm going to move to, is that the right one? Application window, just, I think this is ChatGPT. Yeah, let me just check. That's why I have the other phone so I can see. Yeah. So just to give you an idea that the amazing complexity and simplicity, it's like both complex and simple at the same time. So this is my AI as a business project. Okay. So I just want to show you. You guys said to me you wanted to learn AI automation. And I said, help me teach them main systems they need as entrepreneurs, coaches, course creators. I can't even type. It doesn't care that I can't type. See, I'm really bad typist. And build and scale, blah, 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 using AI as their business partner. So that was my idea to have. I came up with the AI as the business partner word, and decided that was a great name. And it created an entire program, Core Teaching Principles, Core AI Systems. You've seen me. So today I went through and sort of an overview. I touched on this. So if you actually eventually want to do the course, we go into a lot more detail, and we deep dive into the offer, the IP engine. And this is an overview here, System 4, sales and conversions. And we actually will create all the tools, find out all the different softwares that you might want to use, and actually do it in real life time. I know Sam's done a Zapier course, so there you go, level 2. So it's interesting here, so you see, this is all AI automation operations, what it replaces, admin overwhelm, manual follow-ups. What does it do? Onboard, follow-up, CRM notes, customer relationship management notes, content scheduling, payment reminders. You want to teach it no tools, AI checklists, SOPs, daily execution, and then you teach it again, it's telling me, with tools, Zapier, ChatGPT, and Google Docs, and email platform automations. That would be System.io is the one I use, or Apollo.ai. So the course will have a lot more detail, and it's going to be really, really fun. The first time I run it, it'll be more affordable, and then once I've got it down, it will probably be quite a reasonable price. We'll see what the demand is and whether people want a shorter, easier one or a longer, more detailed, and we will work accordingly. Quite interesting here. Look at it says the 3 rules I must teach. AI works best with clarity, not cleverness. 1 good prompt beats 50 tools, and system scale hustle doesn't. This is actually a thing in business, and Tony Robbins says this in Business Mastery. That's the name of the course. Don't be an operator of your business. Be the leader. Systemize. Create plans and strategies that you can put into operation. And so he was saying that before AI, but AI makes it so much easier. And then it tells me how to sell it, and it gives me positioning, and it gives me an offer stack. So this is the idea. So I'm showing you behind the scenes here, the offer stack idea. Run Your Business with AI as a Partner core program. It recommends 197 to 497. Advanced, so maybe actually helping people with their agents and GPTs and automation, 1,000. Done for you 2 to 5K. It's where you go in and you do a complete team build. I need to be probably a little bit practice before I do that. But that's kind of what I want to build towards, is to be able to go in to companies that I'm going to do everything for you. Because if I was doing that as a consultant in the old days, it would be weeks. I have a friend who works for McKinsey and they go in and it's like 2 months to a company. But using AI, that time becomes a fraction. And you see, as you use the AI, it'll then say, what do you want next? And do you want a slide deck? Do you want a teaching script? Do you want the exact prompts? All of the above. And then here we've got more. I did the slides many times. These are a different set of slides, and these aren't actually the ones you're looking at. There's some slides there, but I'm trying to see. There's it's got a lot of code in here. It's got a lot of I'm trying to see where to show that. Where is it? It's not. It's being my. So there's a whole bunch of prompts that's written as well. Where is it? So I'm halfway down. Yeah, so that's the bigger slide rather than the shorter slide version. And then it's got more information. So I do it over. I often do course. If you're going to do course creation, you end up doing it over and over and over. Then I don't like it. Do it this way, do it that way, do it more. What I'm looking for, because I will send you guys. Here we go. The business partner prompt suite. Okay, this is super cool. It's created. This I can give you guys. If you like this, I'll copy this one, the copy code. You are my AI CEO and strategic thinking partner, and you prompt it with this prompt, and just go play with it, see what it gives you, and it'll ask you more questions. It is really, really, really super cool. So again, I think everyone can work this out for themselves. Not everyone will want to. I'm probably selling to the people that don't want to figure this out completely on their own. They want to do it, but they want to do it with a bit of help. So that's my market. And then I've got different prompts for the different systems that so it can do it for you. So that's in the course. Of course, you could work all that out on your own. And then we're actually got live demos, you see, and it's written the live demo scripts. I mean, there you are seeing behind the curtain of the AI course that I will sell. You guys, I'm telling you what's behind the curtain. Everyone else will just think, wow, that's really cool. Especially the ones who don't use AI. And that's what's happening. Like I said, that's why I want to be transparent, but there are people out there just selling rubbish for 2 grand. And I actually went on one of their Facebook ads and kind of went, you don't need to pay this. No, just go and do this. I'm such a bad sport, but that's me. Anyway, so any questions to finish up? Any questions, Sam?
Maybe I'll have a talk with you later on in the week about it, but I want to find some way of automating outreach. Is that something we can?
That's Apollo. Yeah. Apollo will just, is that on LinkedIn or on which
So I started doing content on LinkedIn because people are looking for work and opportunities there. So I thought that's the best place to start. Yeah. So, and then outreach there, and then potentially after that go into Instagram.
Are you using Sales Navigator on LinkedIn?
No.
Yeah, I think they stopped allowing you to use Apollo fully on it because I think they forced you to use Sales Navigator. I think they did some kind of deal. But we'll look at that. Bring it back to me, and when I talk to you, we can look at that. I'll go and I haven't used LinkedIn like for over a year, so I thought I'm completely out of date. But I'll go and make myself less out of date on that one. So because that's what you need to do.
Yeah.
Tash, I don't know if you're there, but if you're thank you so much for dropping in from the bush, literally up a tree and listening. Thank you. Yes,
Made
Tash.
loads of notes from it. So lots of,
Brilliant.
I think
Brilliant.
what's good about your masterclasses is your creative brain brings all good ideas to the fore to then go and into AI and push them a bit more.
That's what I'm hoping more than anything is that and it's like I think Tash said, you might even already know something, but when someone says it another way, it just sparks another sort of
Yeah.
neural pathway and you start thinking it differently. And I'm deeply passionate about that. So I think when people are passionate, then that makes it really fun. So there she is in the bush.
She is
I
been
have
eaten
to
by
say
a
I'm very
lion.
Sorry. Yeah, yeah. Sorry, I'm sitting in the lawn.
no, lovely to have you here, Tash. Thanks for
No, but
joining.
thanks so much, Lisa. Thanks for your time.
Yeah, like I said, the next ones will now be specific. This was a general overview, and then we start going into the actual specifics. So let me know. Well, you'll hear about the next one. It'll be 8 o'clock next week. I don't know which one I'm going to do next. I might do it, I don't know, clones. I've already written an AI clone masterclass, so I'll probably do that one because it's all done. I did that ages ago, so but I want to actually try and create it live. Which should be easy, but I need to like practice a few times, make sure I don't screw it up when I'm actually trying to do it live. So lovely. Brilliant, guys. I will
Thanks for
leave
your
it there.
time.
Thank you so much. And have a lovely, happy new year, everyone. Sam, I'm seeing before, but well, actually, I see you just before. But everyone else, have a lovely time. Tash, happy new year. And 2026, guys, is your rocket to the sky on AI. Take care and good night.
Bye.